Today is melon and pando yam way. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I started off the soup by washing my meat. I washed all the meat, but I added the goat meat into the pot first. I put the goat meat in the pot, then I added my chopped onions. The chopped onions is actually a medium onion. I chopped it. I added that to it. I added salt. I added Maggi. I left that to boil for about 6 minutes. Then I gave it a stir. After that, I added my washed turkey. I added that to it. I gave it another stir. Then I covered. I left that to cook for about another 5 to 6 minutes. One thing you will observe there is that I didn't add any water to it. All the water you're seeing that they actually came out from the goat meat. So I went ahead, I added my Pomo to it, which is known as cow skin. Then I gave it a stir. I covered this again to cook for about 6 minutes. Then those are my ingredients. That's all I needed. 2 medium-sized onion and some bonnet pepper. This is my blended melon. That's the quantity I needed. You can use the quantity you desire. So I added some nut chicken to it. I added some water to it. As you can see, then I went ahead. I added my secret to it, which is my blended crayfish. I added that to it. Then I gave it a proper mix. I mixed everything evenly. That blended melon, I made it myself. I blended it myself. So that's about 375 grams. So I gave it a thorough mix, mixed evenly. So I went ahead, I checked on my meat. As you can see, the meat is ready. So I gave it a stir. I stirred properly. I had to turn down the gas at this junction. Then please guys, always ensure your meat is soft. Then I went ahead, brought out my pot, then put it on fire, start the cooking, the proper cooking. So I added some red oil. I chopped another medium size of onions. I added that to it for flavor. So I did that. I added to the oil. Then I allowed that to fry a little. Then I added my mix, the mixture of the melon, Maggi, and my crayfish. I added that to it. This has to cook properly, has to fry properly. This is the way I was taught by my mom, because if you do it this way, there's no how your melon won't cook properly. So I fry this, I fry this, I fry it, I keep frying, I continue frying. I fry this for 13 minutes. Guys, I've tried a lot of ways of cooking melon or egusi soup. I've tried different ways so many times. I ended up going to the toilet because it didn't cook properly. But guys, I would like you to try this method. There's no how you fry this properly and it won't cook well. This is traditional way of cooking egusi onikoko. You don't have to stir it all the time. You do not need to stir this all the time. Sometimes you leave it to cook, then you come back to it, and that is the outcome of frying for 14 minutes, 13 to 14 minutes. So I had to take everything out of the pot, but I'm still cooking with the little palm oil I have in the pot. So I turned my blended pepper and onions into the pot. I gave it a stir. As you can see, I do not need to add any oil to it. You have more than enough oil in that pot and in the egusi. So that is my washed locust beans. I love to always wash my locust beans. That is just me being hygienic. And I give it a stir. As you can see there. After that, I added all my meat into the pot. That's the cooked meat. everything I added into the pot of my little sauce. So I gave it a stir. I don't just love to eat locust beans, or I just love to add it to my traditional made food because I was taught to do that or I was brought up like that. No, locust beans has a lot of benefits. You know, it's beans family. It has protein in it. It is antioxidant. It reduces the risk of cancer. I'm sure you know locust beans prevent fatty liver. It helps you control your appetite. Locust beans has a lot of benefits. You can check the Google for this. It got a lot of benefits. So I allowed that to cook for a while. You should allow this to cook for a while because of the fresh pepper, the fresh bonnet pepper you added to it. So after that, I added my fried melon to it because I need my fried melon to cook for a while too, to marinate with the sauce. I added little water to it. I left that to cook for about 10 minutes. Then I brought out my ugu leaf, which is known as fluted pumpkin in English. So I bought this from one of the African shops. Guys, this is almost bad. But because I needed, no matter how little it is from this, I had to just take out few. As you can see, it's bad. That's what we get in this part of the world. You guys are really enjoying when you have the privilege to eat it fresh, just as it's coming from the farm or it's coming from, you don't know what you enjoy. So I washed it. I gave it a thorough wash, thorough, because it was actually very dirty. I washed it for 4 times before I could slice it, because it's actually better to wash your vegetables before you slice it. So I washed it thoroughly. After washing, I had to slice it. I sliced my own way, the way I was taught. I sliced it this way. It was tiny, really tiny. If you observe, when I added the melon, I didn't add anything. Even when I added the blended pepper, I did not add salt, no season, because the melon I fried, the meat has enough. But if you taste it and you feel it's not salty enough or it's not giving you that taste you want, you can add either salt or Maggi to it. So when I tasted mine, I observed that I needed to add something to it. So I added Maggi, just 1 cube of Maggi to it. After that, I added my pumpkin leaf to it. And that is all. You don't need this to cook. All you need for this is just steam. You don't need cooking for the vegetable. You don't overcook vegetable. So my soup is ready. So I did my pando. That is my pando, my pando yam. And you can see it was so delicious. Guys, it was really delicious. Let's discuss in the comment section what would you rather have yours with. Is it with pando? Is it with whatever you would rather have it? Let's discuss in the comment section. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a blessed life. Please subscribe to my channel.